Chapter 4. The Dordogne. Monday the 29th of February, 2016. Frank, Miry's dad, said that it's unlucky to travel on the extra day of a leap year. Really, he should be in a home. After driving mostly on Sunday, we arrived at our little cottage, but we were disappointed by the weather. Curtis graciously agreed to look after the pussy pets, and I said he was welcome to invite Isabel too, as that seems fair. I hope I can trust him not to overfeed Pussy Willow, as she often tries to take advantage of guests. Once we got here, we were approached by an old farmer who wanted to sell us firewood, but he wanted exorbitant prices, and I almost chased him off the cottage grounds. Clearly he was used to swindling middle-class Brits who don't know any better. He even said he is happy about English people coming to the Dordogne, as they bring a lot of money, so we know what he's all about. Very annoyed with that, and the fact that there is very little wood inside the cottage, and it is very cold. Tuesday, the 1st of March, 2016. I'm frankly furious. I was trying to leave an early review on Booking.com using the substandard Wi-Fi at the cafe in the local town, and found the Dordogne being described as an ideal place for leisure tourists. The Dordogne is rural and authentic France, and is a wonderful window through which a child may have their vision filled with culture. There is a difference between being touristy and having a selection of sophisticated expats. The last time we came, the next cottage was being rented by a woman from Hackney who was writing her first novel there. I wouldn't call that touristy. I am waiting for my comment to be moderated. Wednesday, 2nd of March, 2016. It's very cold today as we've run out of wood. I've decided to chop down a small tree in the garden tomorrow morning, one I'm sure won't be missed. Magnus said that he wanted to go home, but I think he's coming round. His boredom here prompted me to think about what we could do as a hobby. I thought learning a musical instrument would be a good idea, and suggested the trumpet to Miry, who thought it was a wonderful stroke of parenting genius. Magnus is of course reluctant, but I'm sure even Mozart perhaps wasn't keen before he realised he had a gift. I'm sure Magnus is artistically gifted, and I think the next year or two should be spent searching for the talent that will make his name. Thursday, 3rd of March, 2016. We will never come back here again. Not the Dordogne, but to this particular cottage. We were awoken in the morning by a fierce knocking on the door, and I had barely opened it when the farmer who owns the cottage pushed his way through and started shouting that I had cut his tree down. He was extremely unreasonable, in a typically French way, and asked us to leave. When I pointed out that there had been no wood, he said that he'd sent his brother-in-law over on the first day to ask if we liked to buy some. It all makes sense now. The whole thing is a racket. The farmer and his brother-in-law, if it even is his brother-in-law, make sure that there is hardly any wood to burn in the old-fashioned fireplace, then come round on the first day of arrival and offer wood at an overinflated price. I'll be sure to report them on Booking.com. Now we're in a travel hotel near Calais, but we are in good spirits as we have the weekend to enjoy our new wallpaper. Friday, 4th of March, 2016. Most annoyed again. Curtis hadn't restocked anything from the fridge that he'd taken, and I'm sure he's had a party there, although I can't prove it. Nothing's broken, but everything's quite skew-whiff. He said the decorator had moved a lot of the furniture, but Curtis has an answer for everything. I'm sure someone will comment to me in the coming week about the noise, or if not, the sheer amount of glassware in our recycling, assuming of course that Curtis hasn't callously thrown our bottles into the regular trash, or sneakily taken his dead soldiers, as he calls them, to a bottle bank. To cap it all off, the decorators hung the wallpaper upside down.
The Diary of a Hipster was inspired by Georg and Whedon Grossmith's serial and later book, The Diary of a Nobody. It was read by Damien Benedict and produced by Georg Rockall-Schmidt.